So we've been hearing this for years. Eat your healthy fats. Eat your nuts, eat your nut butters, almond butter, peanut butter. People are still gaining weight. How is that possible? You're vegetarian, you're even vegan, yet you're overweight or even obese. You've been eating your healthy fats. You're supposed to be healthy, right? No.
That means go SPASE. You think it's hard? Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's hard to stop. Keep moving.
What's up, everybody? It's SPASE and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm in a constant pursuit of the best version of myself, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share my journey with you. That being said, let's dive into today's video. Healthy fats make you fat. So we've been hearing this for years. Eat your healthy fats. Eat your nuts, eat your nut butters, almond butter, peanut butter. People are still gaining weight. How is that possible? You're vegetarian, you're even vegan, yet you're overweight or even obese. You've been eating your healthy fats. You're supposed to be healthy, right? No. You lose weight when you're in a deficit. Calories in, calories out. If you're eating fats, that is adding so many calories to your intake that it's practically impossible to lose weight because you're always in a surplus. Fat is the highest calorie dense macronutrient. To be exact, it has 9 calories per gram compared to protein and carbs, which have 4 calories per gram. So if you want to lose weight, on top of that, lose body fat, you have to put your body in a caloric deficit. You do that by keeping your fats and your carbs low, which is the fuel for the body, and keeping your protein high, which is the macronutrient that maintains the muscle tissue. By keeping your protein high and your carbs and fats low, the body will need another source for fuel to perform the daily activities. If you're out of the carbs and the fats, what does it do? It reaches for your body fat, and that's how you start burning the body fat. The fats that you are eating, even though they are healthy, they become really healthy when you're at a certain body fat percentage. Healthy fats are actually very unhealthy if your body fat percentage is really high. The healthiest fat that you're supposed to be working with is the body fat. The only time the body burns fat is when it's in a caloric deficit, aka starvation mode. It's like when you get lost in a jungle or a forest or in a desert and there is no food, and in the meantime you've burned all the food that you've had before, so now you're starving. The body is smart and goes into emergency mode, and it's going to use the body fat for survival. In order to trigger this deficit or starvation, I don't like that word, but that is deficit, the body is starving for nutrients from the outside, is by eating less than what the body is burning. Once you get to that point, the body now has no choice but to reach for the body fat tissue. Keep your protein high because that's the only macronutrient that will maintain the muscle that you already have. You must maintain the muscle because the more muscle you have, actually, the more calories you will burn. You see, the fat just sits there. It's not thermogenic tissue. It just sits and jiggles. The muscle, though, is very thermogenic. So the more muscle you have, the higher the RMR, aka resting metabolic rate. On the last DEXA scan that I did, I added 2 pounds of muscle, and that resulted in my metabolic rate going up by 50 points. It went from 1650 to 1700, which means if I'm sleeping all day, my body will burn 1700 calories. That's cool, right? Keep the muscle or even add muscle tissue to burn more calories. And the only way to do that is if you eat your protein. The sooner you understand that eating healthy fats won't make you any healthier in case you're overweight, the faster you will lose that unnecessary body fat and that body weight will start going down. There is a certain body fat percentage where it's okay to start adding fats. You have to earn your fats. For men is around 15%. Once you start going under 15%, then you can start adding some healthy fats. In my case, I was dieting on a low carb, low fat diet until I hit 14.6. Once I got there, I was happy with the look and I started adding a little bit of olive oil, and on top of my egg whites, I added 1 full egg, so I had the yolk. My body now started using this fat instead of my body fat. I am maintaining the look right now without burning any extra body fat. But if I want to get even leaner, I will cut those fats again and get even leaner by burning more body fat. When you're running low on carbs and low on fats and using body fat as your primary fuel source, it's not the best workout, because it's hard converting body fat for fuel. It's not as efficient compared to getting the sugar from, let's say, oatmeal. Completely different story. A couple of things that I did once I got under 15% body fat was I had an oatmeal with some blueberries, so that was some complex carbs and sugars, and I also added a full egg to my egg whites. So I had some extra fats and extra carbs, and now I was burning this for my primary fuel source. The body will use the outside source of fuel always over the internal source of fuel, which is the body fat. If you're having French toast, the body will burn the French toast and won't touch your body fat. If you don't have the French toast and you go straight to the workout, the body will have to eat something, and which means it will reach for the body fat that you have stored. All this talk about fat, we have to mention the keto diet. I've done the keto and it was terrible for me. Keto is great for people that are overweight and want to get a fast start of weight loss. What you do is you cut your carbs, you cut your protein, and if you do the real keto, you do 85% fat in your diet. Now, not having carbs in your diet, there's nothing to hold on to the water. There's nothing to sponge it, which in the past, that would have been the carbs. You flush immediately a ton of water, and that's the weight loss. You just lost water. But after that initial weight loss, everything slows down. You will keep losing weight, but in the meantime, something very bad is happening. If you're not feeding your body with a certain amount of protein, you will start losing muscle tissue. And muscle tissue, I cannot stress this enough, is so important. If you're overweight, it's a great way to get your fat loss journey started. But if you're an athlete like me, it's terrible. I did a DEXA scan the beginning of my keto journey, and then 2 months later, I kept my workouts the same. I kept the caloric intake the same. I just changed the percentages. I followed the 85% fat from keto. And guess what happened? I gained 3 pounds of fat and I lost half a pound of muscle. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, hell no. This is not good. This is terrible. If you're an athlete, which you are, keto is not working for maximizing your athletic potential. Now, you might be seeing a bunch of influencers on YouTube and whatnot promoting keto, and they have muscles. They're not holding on to their muscles thanks to keto. There has to be some type of chemistry, some drugs. Otherwise, it's impossible to hold on to such a high muscle mass without any protein. I mean, how are you gonna do it without protein? It's drugs. Keto is not optimal. It's okay, but long run, it's a big no-no. So to sum it up, if you're overweight and you want to start your weight loss journey with keto, that's fine. Do the ketogenic diet. Lose the initial weight, but then slowly start introducing protein in your diet because you don't want to catabolize your muscle tissue. Because in the long run, it's what keeps you healthy and will help you live longer. With every passing year, the body loses muscle. Do your best to keep it on your body for as long as possible. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Eat your protein to keep your muscle tissue. If you're a guy and under 15% of body fat, you've earned your fats, add them in. There's no such thing as a healthy fat if you're overweight. That's just facts. If you need a great cardio workout, look no further. Get my Dance on the Pedal series. It's on Patreon, or check out the website, danceonthepedals.com. Less than $10 a month, you get 140 rides, 30 minutes each. I do one of those every morning. First thing in the morning, fasted. It's how I stay lean. Fasted cardio. Like, subscribe, hit my notification bell button. Love you all. Until next time, stay positive and sweat excellence.